Hello and welcome to this episode of Auto Chat. Very important episode. This is Nick's last episode with the cast
Ooh,
for the foreseeable future. So,
that is
big
right.
thanks to Nick. So, if you want to talk about that, Nick, the floor is yours.
Sure. Not much to announce, I suppose, but just yeah, I'm gonna step down from at least like regular appearances. I'm still gonna try to be on here and there uh, as I can, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just gonna try to like consolidate my priorities. So hopefully, when I have better time and better engagement, I can come back and talk to you guys about Destiny or any other games, which the podcast is probably going to branch out a little bit, and maybe you can talk about that in turn.
Yeah, and we appreciate everything that you've done, and we understand that stuff gets in the way, and that's totally fine. You can come back as a guest, and that's totally okay, and, sometimes this happens, and you just have to roll with it, and sometimes it can make you better because you're forced to make changes and whatnot. So, but
Sure.
just letting you viewers know that, you know, changes
Mm.
are in the works, you
Yes,
know.
and I'd like to add that thank you first of all for inviting me in the first place. It's
hmm
for the first podcast I've been on, and it's been wonderful. So thank you.
Of course, no, it's not a big deal at all. It's totally cool, you know, understandable, you know. But let's just jump right into it. Like John said, the seasonal challenges are out. They're all out now. So if you are behind on your XP farm, or if you want to get them all done for this large pile of bright dust, uh, now you can. Now you
Mm.
have the next couple weeks to finish up all those challenges that you're missing. I know I'm missing quite a few because I've been slacking. But yeah, you could jump right back into it and just try to get it done as much as you can. I mean, I know I'm missing about maybe 15, 14, something like that. How about you guys? How are you progressing?
I think that sounds about what I have right now, like left to do. So the
Mm-hmm.
couple, I think 2 weeks have been like 1 out of 6 or 2 out of 6 for me,
Mm-hmm.
because there's been like less weekly challenges now on the couple final ones. So
Right.
yeah, and yeah, so now we're like seeing the benefits of this system, right? Now we can
Mm-hmm.
finally catch up and take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. What about you, John?
Prior to last week, the only one I was missing was Grandmaster, um, and I did 2 or 3 last week. So, and then this week I haven't touched it yet. So I don't know what the autocomplete ones will be this week because there's been some autocomplete. But the only one I'm planning on doing this week for sure is Iron Banner because it's the last Iron Banner of the season. So I don't want to miss out on it because I'm probably not going to get the Grandmaster done. So I need to get Iron Banner done so I don't miss out on the Bright Dust and whatever else there may or may not be. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I believe there was only one autocomplete one, and I already completed it. Obviously, I don't even remember which one it was,
Mm.
but yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, if I wasn't a psychopathic player, then the system really would have benefited me. But now I'm like season pass 212 or something, so like the system is fine. It didn't really impact me at all because I had my season pass done a month in. But uh,
Yep.
for the players that don't have as much time to play, I mean, I think the system's probably super helpful. So
yeah,
I have
one
no
thing
problem with it.
the only improvement for next time for me is making some of them retroactive. So
hmm
like the Guardian kills in Gambit and stuff like that. It's like the system knows how many Guardians or invaders we've killed. Just count it.
I agree.
And champions, like stunning champions, that's been a challenge twice now. You know how many I've done because I've already done it. So please count it, because stunning 50 champions or whatever it was, was not fun, because I just want to go in, do my 3 nightfalls, maybe 4 nightfalls or whatever, do that and it's done. Don't want to have to keep running, because when everybody's trying to stun them, it takes longer. So it's so just make them retroactive next time. Some of them were, some of them weren't, and it needs to be all or nothing. Hopefully all. So apart from that, the system's been fantastic. You log in, auto complete some, boom, seasonal rank, few Eververse engrams here and there, and I've really really liked it. I didn't feel guilty not playing last week, or not playing much last week or this week. So, so yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I agree with that point that the retroactive system definitely needs to be edited, and at the very least, it needs to be edited. But I definitely really think the system is headed in the right direction. It definitely simplifies things in a good way, and it definitely feels a lot better than logging in every damn day and grab this bounty, grab that bounty, grab this bounty, grab that bounty. It's like a nightmare.
Yep.
So having this system in place, I think, is very beneficial to players, especially ones who just have stuff to do. So I definitely
it's also reflected in like how they do the Crucible, like how they're going to change the other vendors too, like going forward, where you can like see already what the like final reward is, and you can plan out stuff a little bit better, so you know what to expect. So now they only need to start like curbing some of the unnecessary RNG, and we're definitely in a good place.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm looking forward to next season, hopefully having new weapons in the dang loot pool, because I am already so sick of getting, what's that pulse rifle from Season of Arrivals, and like, I'm sick of getting, what is it? Oh, Gnawing Hunger. Yeah, Gnawing Hunger, I think.
The auto rifle.
Yeah. And, I'm just really tired of getting all these weapons, and I'm not gonna, I already have like a god roll. I've gotten like 1,000,000 rolls. Like, I don't need more rolls. I want to see some different weapons in the loot pool. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks once the next season starts. I mean, I'm a little surprised that we haven't gotten at least a teaser of next season yet.
Well, I mean, the TWAB kind of goes into it a little bit, right? But not in terms of what the main story is going to be. But it's, I guess we could briefly talk about like the vendors changes too, which I think are my favorite part of the whole update about next season. So like how Ada 1 is going to work, and how there's going to be like vendor roles now, which are rotating. So you can like log in and see, if there's a new god roller. A little bit like the obviously we had that in Destiny 1 with all the vendors, but now it's going to be Ada.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be an interesting system. I'm more so looking forward to the transmog system.
Oh yeah,
I'm so stoked for that system, so I'm very interested to test that out.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just going crazy because I really want to just know narratively what's going to happen next season. Like, I just want to be able to be hyped about it. So, like, I really want them to tell me what's going on. Just a little bit. I just need like a one sentence. Just tell me.
Well, it'll be Hive or Vex, won't it? Is
Yeah,
what
right.
It's going to be.
They'll be like,
it'll probably be Vex.
Yeah,
I reckon it'll be Vex. Then it'll be Hive leading into the next expansion. So we'll have a long next season. Because only 4 seasons in a year. Yes, we're extending this year by an extra 3 months or whatever. But I reckon it'll be Vex and then Hive. So.
Yeah, I mean, watch, you're gonna be like, oh, this season you will have redacted enemy will be on redacted planet and will be doing redacted activities. We'll be like, wow, man, I'm so high, man.
I can see
But,
them tweeting that out.
Yeah.
DMG tweeting that out any day now.
Makes sense though, doesn't it, as well? Because we've got Vault of Glass, so hopefully they're not going to just throw the Vault of Glass in there like surprise, boom. Hopefully it will be there for a reason. So whether it's narrative, whether it's season based, whether it's whatever. So Vex makes sense to me, and Hive makes sense leading into the next expansion because it's a Hive expansion. So Hive /
But
Taken
would you have
expansion,
like
so.
Hive before the Hive expansion, or would you like save it?
Yeah,
Have it fresh.
especially if because Ikora is linked more to Hive, isn't she? And isn't she coming? Isn't she having a bigger role in the last season before the next expansion, or is it next season? She's got a bigger role. I can't remember which one it is. I don't know what number we're on, what season we're on. I just know a season she's gonna have a bigger role. So they said, didn't it, 12 recently? So.
Yeah,
but I still think it would be Vex. It makes sense for it to be Vex because of the Vault of Glass. So, and when was the last time we had a Vex activity? Would it have been
Vex
the
offensive?
yeah,
season of.
was that
Was
the
it the
first
one
season of
before?
Shadowkeep, or was it the one before Shadowkeep?
Yeah.
Vex Offensive was season of. Yeah, I think it was before Season of Dawn.
It was yeah.
It was Shadowkeep's inaugural season.
So it's
the
18
one
months
after
ago,
Opulence is because I remember it was like after Menagerie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's basically when this launches, it'll be a year and a half since we've had a Vex activity. So it'd be good, and I like the Vex. So Vex are cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Some reservations about that.
But I definitely I just want to know what's going on at this point. I'm just going crazy. I'm not that hyped for the Guardian games. I think that they're not as fun in my opinion. I definitely think the Revelry was better. It was simpler. I think I don't like the Guardian games because I don't like what they've done with it. I don't think they've taken full advantage of how cool the event could be with the whole like class against class thing. I don't really love the idea of just like farm play strikes with hunters and then cash in your fucking thingies. Like I think there's really interesting ways they could have went with the classes and they just don't do it. And I know why the armor looks the way it does, but I just think the armor is so ugly and you cannot convince me to buy it or even spend bright dust on it. I will not.
Yeah.
It's ugly. So like I get it. I know why it looks the way it looks. That doesn't mean that it looks good. So yeah, I really don't I don't love Guardian games. It's a cute idea, but until they get creative with the events, it's just not that interesting to me. I don't really anticipate playing it that much. And if you play it and the only reward is that ornament, then I'm really not gonna care.
Yeah.
Well, it's the weapon for those that don't have it. The ornament, 2 shaders.
Oh, then I'm for sure probably not gonna play then.
A sparrow, and some other legendary gear, I think. But again, the legendary items I think we've already got because it's just the class items.
Right.
I think it's just to us because we've got it. But any players that came on with Game Pass, for example, won't have these things. So the exotic and the catalyst itself. We don't know what the catalyst is going to do we? Is it going to fire rockets? Obviously, it's not going to fire rockets.
I don't actually have the weapons.
Oh, fuck! I forgot. Wait, they said the catalyst will be available for those who finish it.
I think there's 2 ways. So you earn the weapon and you can earn the catalyst as well. I don't even know if there's an ornament, is there? So I've only seen catalyst weapon.
They teased
catalyst weapon shaders.
Or either they teased it or it was on Twitter and maybe it was data mine. But yeah, there's a Guardian game specific.
Because on their actual thing, it's weapon, catalyst, 2 shaders, a sparrow, which looks amazing, and then the class items.
Where'd they
So,
show that?
on Twitter, on the Destiny Twitter. So
Oh.
it's just there. If you weren't making coffee, you'd probably see it.
I need that to survive, good sir.
That's fair.
Let me
That's fair.
see. Let's see it. Where is it?
But it was a couple of days ago. It wasn't even today. It's been around, but
I don't see it on their Twitter
well,
at all.
it's a thing. It's real. I didn't
It's
dream
a
it.
thing.
It's
It's
there.
real.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Yeah.
claims it's real, but I don't
Right.
see
I'm
it.
gonna
He's a
Yeah.
liar. Ugh.
Yeah.
There was also the new Iron Banner weapons announced. So we have a returning energy sniper rifle and an energy hand cannon, which makes me hope that the new shotgun for Iron Banner next season is going to be. It looks like it's a kinetic,
If
based on the visual style. It looks like it's a kinetic. And there's also a heavy machine gun, or sorry, a light machine gun. Yeah, a light machine gun. They look really interesting, and they're actually new. The
Yep.
machine gun and the shotgun, so that's something to get somewhat excited for if they have cool perks.
Hmm.
How long until you think Iron Banner ends up having adept weapons?
Hmm. Be interesting though, because
actually,
that would be. How would you earn that?
yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Would it be like, oh, finishing the fucking uh, bounties and you get one? I don't know. I
True.
did notice that there will be the class items for the Guardian Games armor are holographic. It looks like.
Hmm.
On paper, that sounds interesting. I still think they're ugly though. Like,
Yeah.
oh, son of a bitch! I knew they would do that to us. Players must wear their Guardian Games class item in order to progress any Guardian Games bounties. Lame. That is so lame. I don't want to wear that ugly ass
Well,
armor,
then
man.
transmog it. Transmog it then.
No. All right. I got that Trials of Osiris cloak, and I can't transmog any other cloak to look like that cloak. So I'm gonna look ugly now. So you're saying I have to sacrifice my looks so I can do this stupid event? Fine.
Then well, no. Just transmog the shitty stuff with the good stuff.
Mm. Somebody already showed off all the triumphs. So uh, earn up to 150 class points. Uh, Complete Crucible contender cards while Crucible is the daily focus. Defeat 50 combatants in a single strike, and obviously these totals get higher. World class strike. Complete a strike in the class specific strike playlist. Collect bronze medals. Earn a platinum medal. Complete Gambit contender cards while Gambit is the daily focus. Defeat 15 Guardians in Crucible matches. Participate in the closing ceremony. Earn laurels. Complete Strike contender cards while strikes are the daily focus. Complete the Heir Apparent Catalyst quest. There we go. And defeat 100 combatants with machine guns. And I think that's going to get up to defeat 1,000 combatants with the machine guns. But yeah, complete the Heir Apparent Catalyst quest.
Do you reckon we'll get anything like Lycon next season?
No,
I don't think so either.
I would love that, but no. Let's see.
It'll be, yeah. Well, maybe we can get like one of these. You know how we had what was it? What was the when you collected feathers, the Hawkmoon mission? So hopefully something remotely like that, even part of that quest.
Found it. I found the ornament. I'm sending it to you guys. I will not. I don't care about this ornament, but it's there.
There you go. So it's on help.bungie.net. There you go. That's where I saw the stuff.
All right,
So go and find it.
Jeez, Helped out.
Anyway,
Wait, on Twitter,
look at later.
helped.net.
Yeah. Look at it later. Everybody that listens to the podcast, they're already like 2 steps ahead of you. They already know this stuff, so it's fine.
Of course, they're
They
2
don't.
steps
They don't.
ahead. of
They don't.
me,
They don't
'cause-
sleep till whatever time and turn up
Well,
17
yeah.
minutes late.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, I guess. I don't really care, but it's there. So if you're on Twitter, there you go, guys. You can
Depends what the
check out
catalyst does.
stuff.
That's the big thing for me. Is the catalyst
Yeah.
has got to do something unique because
Yeah.
the Dead Man Tale catalyst is. I like that. I like it. I think I've said it before. It makes it feel like a Halo weapon, because most Halo weapons you don't need to aim. You just fire from the hip.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what it makes it feel like a Halo weapon, and I really, really like that. So
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I'll test out the event and I'll see how I feel, but no guarantees that I will actually continue with it because I just don't find it to be very fun.
What are you gonna do if they give away like some sort of like super exclusive like drifter gambit thing? If are you gonna play it then?
If they give away a super exclusive Gambit thing, then yes, I will play because I like. Is Gambit perfect? No.
No.
Is
You like
it as
Drifter?
good as it has been since the beginning of Gambit? Probably not, but I like it. I'm having fun with it. Now, are there matches where my team and I get absolutely rolled? Yes. Do I care? No. So it's like it's fun for me to just sit in there and turn my brain off and do the best I can. And if we lose, we lose, and if we win, we win. And I really enjoy it. So, I was playing it 2 days ago with my teammates, and there were some matches where we just completely obliterated people. And then there was some matches where we just got absolutely murked. But it was actually really fun. I was having a really great time. So I think the changes they made to simplify Gambit has made it way less stressful than it was even a season ago. Even is a season ago or before the changes happened.
Before Beyond Light, yeah.
Yeah. Before Beyond Light came out, I think Gambit was extremely stressful, and I definitely, for sure, did not have fun playing it. Especially, I think the biggest change that helped the most was one round.
Yeah, definitely.
One round, that's it, and it's done. I think that helps so much because having to play the up to 3 freaking rounds was like brutal.
Yeah.
So when you didn't think it was that bad, but then you start playing this version, you're like, oh shit, yeah, this is way better. Now, I still think the drop chances for the exclusive weapons are still dog shit.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're seeing all this data, and they'll take a look.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, how do you feel about? And now that you've had a season and a half to digest Gambit,
I'm enjoying it way more. Because, well, I started playing it more to chase bottom dollar like this season, basically. And it just became sort of a thing where I could log in and just play Gambit. Because any match I could get this amazing reward, maybe. But it wasn't just that. At the end, I was like actually enjoying it. Just maybe just the stress-free part of it, where I used to like be a bit more engaged. First of all, I was like really taking it too serious, and now I'm just like you. I can relax in it. So that's the key.
Yeah. What about you, John?
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, I like it. I would like the choice between 3 and 1 rounds. Maybe they could do a playlist of some sorts going back to 3 rounds. But yeah, I do like it. So off the back of that, I was, 'cause, we don't have ranking system and stuff in Destiny if it can be or Crucible. But what about if the game paired you with people of the same, same, well, it's rank, isn't it? But you know what I mean. The rank of like within Gambit. So if you obviously get steamrolled at the moment, but if you were, I don't know, Legend, Mythic, whatever it is, and you only got paired against other people that are that rank. You think that would
can't
balance it out more?
Well, you can't decrease in rank, right? You can't go down in rank, so it doesn't really reflect your skill at all. Like somebody who just plays Gambit.
If you prestige and then go back round, it would know you prestige and it would pair you with prestige 1 and then the rank of that, so it won't put you with base people. Do you know
I think the issue would be like just player pool. Like I'm already sometimes taking so long to find a match.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
So
no, it's
diluting it even more.
I was just thinking, just because I experience that where sometimes you absolutely steamroll, and then sometimes you get steamrolled, and there's got to be a fix to it. There has to be something.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that. Like the Gambit definitely relies, like the whole game mode is about like having it be even a remotely sort of fair fight. Otherwise, there's no point.
So
like at some point, you just
it though. If you Arc Titans, it's ridiculous.
Sure, there's still comeback potential, but like sometimes when you're like losing modes and you're like you banked 20 modes and our other team is already burning their like, or they summon their primeval and you know it's already done. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and the need to limit invasions. That's the big thing for me is when you get chain invaded like 4 or 5 times in quick succession. It's like, what is? Just go away. Just stop it. Have a pool of invasions that you can have. Obviously, first one comes at 25. You get one at 25, one at 50, one at 75, one at 100, and then one post 100. So you get 5 or something like that in total. Because at the moment, If anything, it's an annoyance. It's less, it costs you the game, and it's more annoying because just go away, you little fly. So, backhand them. Or the other way, you actually are doing good, and somebody on your team chain invades them, and it costs you the game because you're a person down because they're bad at invading. It's like just stop. Ugh, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think there's just way too many invasions at the end. Sometimes it's not that bad, but sometimes it's bad. Like it's just really bad, and like it can get to the point where it's just like exhausting because you're like, holy shit, how many freaking times are they gonna invade us? So I remember a match where this guy invaded us like 3 times, like almost in a row, and we were like, what the fuck? And he had Eyes of Tomorrow, and he just eliminated us completely because like. Also, look, I really, really want Eyes of Tomorrow. I do the raid 3 times a week every week to get it. I really, really, really want it. However, toxic as hell. I'm sitting there in Gambit. Guy invades with Eyes of Tomorrow, launches it from across the map. I go through the teleporter, come out on the other side. Guy leaves the map, goes back to his. I run out to go join the fight again. Eyes of Tomorrow kills me. And I'm like, did the fucking rocket do donuts in the air for 10 seconds and then come back once it saw me and killed me? Are you serious? I had to clip that because I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's OP as fuck. Look, truth was annoying. But, it felt like with Eyes of Tomorrow that the rocket just hangs around for an extra couple seconds waiting for you. I don't really understand how the hell that happened, but I was super confused, pissed, betrayed. I couldn't believe what happened. Yeah, I think I could say that. I was a little surprised. I can't believe that the rocket was still around long after the guy wasn't even on the map.
Yeah. Well, I shared that clip entirely the other week where the timer ran out and the guy was around for like well over 5 seconds after the timer had run out. So it's there are instances where you're like, come on, sort it out.
I agree. I feel like this might be a stupid idea, but if somebody launches a tracking rocket or something and they get killed before it kills you, the rocket should just auto explode.
No, because The rocket is not tied to the person. Now, supers, Hunter supers, your
Uh,
supers can speg off when you die and not kill me
yeah.
twice in a row.
All right, but I think
Because that
that's
is tied to
so.
your life force. That is your light or
I
darkness
I think.
generating that. You're dead. It
Mhm.
stops.
Well, I think that I've reached my wit's end with stasis. I really think I'm at the end of my rope with it.
You're gonna like Iron Banner this week then, because
Oh yeah, I
the
know. I saw
challenge the
that.
challenge is stasis. So
Yeah, I definitely think I've had it with stasis. I think it's absolutely pushed me to my breaking point. It's just not fun to fight against
Mm.
in any sense of the word. It's not fun. I hate it. It stresses me out. It makes me angry. The thought of freezing another player in a game like this pisses me off. Like
Mm.
it sucks from a gameplay perspective. It's not fun at all. Um so and I'm not gonna say that I have the ideas of how to fix it because I'm not a game developer. So like but man, it fucking sucks. It's
Mm.
not fun. So having played trials this weekend and walking away with some fine rewards, but you know, well, everybody has already said a million things about matchmaking and all that crap. So I'm not even gonna bother with that discussion because yeah, when you have 2 wins, you need that third win, and you 4 times in a row get matched up against a flawless team. Yeah, that's
Yep.
awesome. Losing 4 games in a row to ruin your ticket. Love it. But
is that sarcasm?
uh, you know, I think what stood out to me more than the matchmaking was just how freaking toxic that stasis can be. So, yeah, I just don't like it. That's just my opinion. It makes me really annoyed getting frozen. I don't like
Mm.
it. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. What about you
Yep.
guys?
I think the the nerfs helped a little bit, but it's still the best in every category. Like even Warlock now is pretty much the best Warlock. Well, not really.
Mm.
No,
Dawnblade is
Chaos
still
Reaches, isn't it? Oh yeah,
well
yeah.
Chaos
Okay, yeah.
Reach, but
Depends what you're
overall I
going
think
for. If you're going
Dawnblade.
for damage, yeah. If you're going for damage, it's Chaos Reach. If you're going for
Yeah,
utility, then yeah, Dawnblade, yeah.
yeah. Just overall effectiveness, I think Dawnblade is still the best. But
All there's
yeah, I've tried
options.
played it, and it just bugs me that the biggest tragedy with stasis is that Bacchus is tied to stasis. Because I don't want to be playing
Agreed.
stasis. I want to be playing my golden gun.
Yeah, I agree. If I could have that style of dodge
Mm.
and be running, 6-shooter golden gun or something,
Yeah.
that'd be really, really fun. You
Yeah.
know, I definitely think Gunslinger is still my favorite super, especially with Celestial. Oh my God, it's just I don't know. It's like I don't think there's anything as satisfying as one-shotting a boss with Celestial.
No.
You know, so
Oh, that's.
that's something for sure that
I'd love it to be
I hope
like.
gets tuned.
Imagine if shift was just like another dodge option on like one of the new, let's say the next darkness class. How cool would that be? So you can select it instead of the normal dodge.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm definitely intrigued as to these rumored poison classes
Yeah.
down the line. I definitely think that I'll really, really like that. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. But
Mm.
um, yeah, I guess everybody in the community is just anticipating what comes next. Everybody's just trying to be patient, but that's what's going on in the game right now. Not a whole lot. Everybody's preparing for Guardian Games, which is
Mm.
later this month. So that will be for a couple weeks. So
Till not for May, yeah. 3 weeks.
yeah. So just got to be patient and keep farming. Still trying to get that damn Eyes of Tomorrow. So
Mm. Take it to Gambit as soon as you get it.
be toxic as hell. Yeah, that's my goal.
Payback
You know,
time.
of course. So what's next for you, Nick?
What's next? Well, I'm gonna keep trucking with the Destinies. I'm probably gonna. Well, I'm looking for a PS5 to kind of
Yeah.
take my gaming to the console space once again, and probably not upgrade my PC anymore. But in general, I'm probably gonna be playing a little bit less games, just trying to be smart about my money and try to like focus on one thing at a time. And yeah, there's some other commitments. I'm applying for university, and I'm like trying to make some changes. So we'll see. Gaming's still gonna be part of it, but probably less so. I'm gonna be interested to listen to you guys and to follow the gaming space, maybe from further distance. But yeah, still gonna keep trucking with the Destiny always.
Keep dreaming
Well,
some
yeah.
Dark Souls Japanese mod.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
that's
How you
that
getting
is
on with
very
that?
good to hear, man.
not
Like
bad.
very.
Oh,
Mhm. We're very happy that you contributed to the cast, and we are excited for your future, and we hope that you keep us in the loop as to your developments.
yes.
You know,
Let's call it
and
developments. Sure.
developments.
Sounds good.
And we're rooting for you.
Thank you very
So,
much.
of course, but
Boo.
definitely, yeah, right. Definitely,
You too, John.
definitely. God, what a jerk.
Hunter Stasis can stay if Nick stays. There we go.
Yeah.
Famous last words. Yeah.
Mhm. And we can definitely, we're definitely going to talk about all kinds of different new topics and new games, and prepare to talk about E3 as it comes up, and all that stuff. So I'm already prepping some topics for next week for me and John to cover, and some interesting news around the community.
I'll be
But,
here listening.
of
Fantastic.
course, and be free to engage with us on Twitter and whatnot. Let's keep this conversation going, folks. But yeah, that's what's going on in the community. That's the news from Nick. And more news coming next week about E3 and new games and DLCs. A new expansion just got announced for Elder Scrolls Online. And you know what? You can hear it here. I might start playing ESO now because the expansion that they announced looks awesome. It's called, was it the Gates of Oblivion or something? And it takes place
No.
yeah.
Gates of Oblivion's the event, the
All right, whatever.
expansion. But the expansion was announced like 7 weeks ago. Where have you been?
All right, but I'm not an ESO player. This is the
Still
expansion
news.
that can get me
Yeah.
into ESO.
Yeah. No, it does look good. Yeah, it does look good, and then going to Oblivion again will be great. And
Black something.
if you've played before and you reach max level and you've got into the champion tier stuff, then you get a free reset and stuff, which actually runs out quite soon. So if you're going to play and want a free reset, then you need to log in soon. But it's on Game Pass, so you can log in.
The paid reset?
To do a full respec and stuff, yeah.
Is there a reason to do a reset?
Well, the free respec is because they have redone the maximum champion level. So it used to be something like, don't quote me on this, but used to be like 315, 380, something like that, and it's going up to like 11, 12, 1300. So they've rebalanced stuff and everything. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's the respecs is needed. So yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean the trailers are always good, but man, that trailer got me hype. Like I went into it like, I mean, I'm not really into ESO, and then I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, I think I'm into ESO now. I was like, God damn. I felt like such a nerd because I was looking at the trailer and I was like, oh, that's the Mysterium Xerxes. Like, oh my God. And then they land in Oblivion, and I'm like, holy fuck. And then you see that gigantic axe get moved by freaking Marin's Dagon, and then he's like, ah! And I'm sitting there going like, okay, okay, this is my thing because Oblivion was my favorite Elder Scrolls game, and I really, really, really liked where they went
Buying
with the
horse
story and
armor.
that. Huh?
Buying horse armor. That's what you like doing.
Oh, I actually fell for that. I actually fell for that back in the day. You know, just like let's have a quick little remembrance of how was it? That'd be 16 years ago or so. You know, you know, microtransactions like 16 years ago were considered, oh, it's useless
Oh,
horse armor. And now it's like, you can spend $40 on this thing for your game that you don't need, like,
there's a new
so
skin. Yeah.
how have microtransactions moved along,
Yeah.
in such weird and interesting ways? Um, that's something
Yeah.
that boggles my brain. But uh, yeah, looking forward to that. I know that game is going to be very daunting for me. I haven't played anything like that in a long time.
Make sure you
So,
join the faction, the Undaunted, so you'll be fine. Because there is one called Undaunted, so
is
you'll be
that
fine.
it's not that faction's not like the Ebonheart Pact and all of them, right?
No, no, no.
Okay. Why should I join the Undaunted? Why should players join the Undaunted?
Because you're dumb.
Because you feel daunted. So if you join them, you'll be undaunted. Come on, Dimitri.
Oh, I should have known this. I should have known this. I didn't even see
Must
this.
be
It was right
European
in my
humour,
very
Nick.
face.
So must be European.
Apparently, European.
Hmm. Of course. I will be sure to make myself not of the daunted. I must be undaunted. Got it. I will
It's
be
out June 8th, something like that, isn't it? So it's not that far away.
Yeah.
Um,
So I've got time to get into the game and get versed with how it works. So
Well, if you join ESO Plus, which is around $10 a month, something like that, then you get all the expansion packs and everything like that included. So you don't have to go out your way and buy the new stuff. So if you
what
want
is
to
it
catch up
plus?
on ESO Plus, so because it's a free to play game, or you
Mhm.
can pay the subscription and you get all the current expansions and everything included. So
Or I could just buy everything for a discount on the Xbox store, right?
yeah, but if you get ESO Plus, then you get increased rewards each month. You get free version of Silver. Their version of Silver, you get 1,800 of that every month to buy items within game. You can buy because you need to buy the two classes. You need to buy through that currency unless you buy their version of the game. So if you subscribe for a month, that buys you one of the new classes as well. So Warden or Necromancer. I think it's Necromancer. So
Hmm.
it's
Okay.
it's so
I'll do my research today
yeah.
to learn all this stuff. I've always been an Argonian. All of
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls
You
have been
can
an
be.
Argonian.
And if you get the Imperial Edition, which I bought because I played it at launch along with I think your mum did and a load of us at Game Skinny. So I bought the Imperial Edition at launch, so I can play any character with any faction and any race combination. Where otherwise you can't do that. So Argonians would be tied to their faction, and like Breton would be tied with theirs, etc. Humans would be and Nords would be and stuff. Whereas
So strange that that's like just part of one version.
yeah,
That sounds like
you can buy the extra, you can buy that perk now, but again, it costs money to buy it.
yeah.
So, but it makes sense because the time that it's set, the factions were factions. Everybody was very, loyal to their empire and their race and their cities and their identity. So,
Were you loyal to your respective faction?
I don't believe so. I think I picked an Argonian at first as well. So he who shoots arrows was my name because obviously Argonians usually have descriptive names. So he who shoots arrows, and then I went wherever people from Game Skinny went. So yeah.
People from Game Skinny went. I mean, it
So
would make
where they
sense if you're an Argonian to go with the Ebonheart Pact. I mean, I think they have a pretty strong Alliance. You got Argonians, Dark Elves.
Are going to maybe part of the Ebonheart pack naturally, but because I bought the Imperial Edition with the Moloch Paul statue and stuff, it came as part of it. So.
Moloch Ball
That was
statue?
before it was free to play.
Awesome.
So
Oh, we have that. Yeah, we have the Moloch Ball statue. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I'm definitely gonna have to do my research on, man. Because I want to make the right choice. I want to make the right choice, so I gotta be like, but I'm just more so hype about being able to go to Black Marsh, something that I've always wanted to do. So that's something that's super interesting to me. Yeah. So
be good.
yes, that is the episode. That's all the information we have for you and our speculations and our announcement. Well, next announcement. And how we're going to cover more topics, Maybe next week we will talk a bit more about ESO after I've done my awful research and I can talk like a rookie about it and update y'all on my journey through ESO. So, yeah, that's the
Part of your
information.
research, I will send you some links because there are 7. Obviously, you can play the game any way you choose to, but if you want to play it, there are a couple of optimal ways to play it in regards to the story narrative, things you unlock, the guilds and all that kind of stuff. I'll send you some links.
Any information would be useful, and if you ever want to play with me on Xbox to help me get up to speed,
I'm on European servers now, so I won't be able to. So,
you bastard. All right,
yes, you
that's fine. I understand. You just don't want to play with me. I get it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, oh, he's trash.
I'll send you a link now.
Can I submit a viewer request already? Like, John, I want your Outriders impressions also next time.
Yeah, we'll do it.
He's got all the achievements in the game, so he can like speak on it authoritatively. So
I did it in 4 days as well. 4 days. So
tell you what. Next week we will have John and my brother. My brother's a big fan of Outriders. We will have the two of you talk about your impressions of Outriders.
Yeah, that'd be great actually. Yeah, I sent you the link to the optimal versions of the playthroughs. So it's something I didn't do till I was like level 40, but it still helped me. So
I'll be sure to take a look.
Sweet. Yeah, cool beans. Yeah, we'll do it next week, man. I actually genuinely look forward to that. So.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. Well, that has been the episode. That has been all the information we have for you today, and we shout a big thanks to Nick for helping out with the podcast, and we wish him the best of luck in his future developments.
Yes, thank you very much, Dimitri. Thank you.
He will still come back as a guest every once in a while.
Yeah,
but
not completely gone.
We appreciate you.
When you get a PS5, you can come on and talk about Demon Souls and Returnal and stuff, can't you? So,
yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet.
Alrighty.
Well, any last statements, Nick?
Yeah, let's let Nick sign off. We'll be quiet.
Yeah.
I think I've said my piece on those things and how I'm thankful to be here and yeah. Look forward to next week's episode. This is the AutoCast signing off. Auto chat. Damn it! I said the wrong.
I wanted to let you think about that. No, I wanted to think about that for a second.
Well, it's because you have like 2 different names for it. So like on YouTube you call it like Otto Chat or Cast, and on something else you call it something else. So no wonder the poor guy's confused.
Research. I did
market research. You're still recording, I think, by the way.
No, I did that on purpose because I wanted him to think about that for a second.
No. Now you can edit it now.
Yeah, you can sign out now, bro.
Okay. Well, let's try this again. So, Auto Chat is signing off now for real. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, viewers.